Heyo, how's it going, everybody? Hope anyone who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, welcome. My name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing a video game on the internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Kamikaze Lassplanes. Tonight, we're going to be finishing out Lassplanes. We technically already did last time around, but we did end up getting the literal, well, one of what I'm assuming are the two worst endings that you could possibly get. I'm pretty sure we got the worst Hannah ending. So now we're going to try and see about maybe getting better Hannah endings, because we can't, I feel we would have to go too far back in the game to try and get any of the Alba endings. So yeah, we're just gonna try and salvage what we can on the Hannah route, and at the very least not end up with our girlfriend becoming a murderous dictator who kills us at the very end. As long as we can get something better than that, it should be all good. Hey, how's it going, Yola? Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you're doing well. I'm at work. What game is this? You're at work? You're watching streams at work? Absolute degenerate behavior. I cannot believe you. We are playing Kamikaze Lassplanes. It is a visual novel slash shoot 'em up type game. So I don't know if you remember those games back in the 80s and 90s where you were like a plane that would just shoot a bunch of enemy planes that would keep on flying at you, and you just keep on moving forward. But yeah, that's basically what this game is, and it's mixed in with a bunch of visual novel elements, meaning it's a visual novel, and then occasionally you do shoot 'em up sections. So it's honestly pretty interesting, and as a shoot 'em up, it's actually honestly not too bad. With my Apple Max headphone. Great. Are they also from Apple Japan? I'm assuming. But hey, you know what? If I appreciate you stopping in, really. Yeah, we've reached the end of the game last time around, but we got the worst ending. So we're gonna try and get an ending that isn't the literal worst one. So hopefully we will succeed. They aren't worth the mad money, I'll say that. Dang Apple tax, really now? The Apple Max headphones, yeah. So those are the gray ones with like the little metal headband with the trampoline on it. Yeah, no, I seen all those. Yeah, I mean, I hear they work fine, so you know, hey, it's at least you got headphones that work, I suppose. Ending sounded intense in a bad way. Yeah, it didn't end up too well for us. Yes, but I got the new purple color. Well, I guess that's all that matters. Okay, so I actually have a little bit of a lot to talk about. First of all, since you can actually see it, my little pop filter broke. The little elastic band here like snapped. So luckily these things are really cheap, so I just ordered another one. It should be here tomorrow. But the reason I'm suspecting this thing snapped, because it's weird that the top one snapped off, because there's essentially no tension on it, because my microphone, as you can see, it tapers off as it goes up. So you know, it doesn't go just straight up. It sort of like tapers off a little bit and comes to a point. So there's less tension on this strap, on this band, than the bottom one. What I'm suspecting happened is that I accidentally bumped it with my monitor, because I actually got VESA mounts for my monitors. So instead of them just being on, you know, monitor stands, you know, now they're on arms, so they're essentially like floating in front of me on these two arms that I hook them up to and is attached to my desk. It's definitely something to get used to, and that's why the view looks slightly different, kind of. Y'all probably don't actually notice, but I mean, I do, because the view to me looks a lot different. But, you know, it allows me to adjust them a lot more, put them lower, put them higher than they would be able to with the stands that they came with. And so while I was doing that, I accidentally bumped the band here, and I'm assuming that's what snapped it. So yeah, that's why it looks a little bit different. I can also see, I can just adjust my monitor, and that like sort of changes the view of the webcam here. So it's gonna be take some getting used to, but and I overall like it. It did require me to put my audio interface off to the side, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because it's a little bit harder for me to get to, and I can only get to it with my left hand. But, you know, I didn't touch it that often, mostly if I'm just like switching over microphones or if I'm adjusting the volume, which I don't do that all that often either, so it shouldn't really be that big a deal. It's just something I probably got to get used to. Can't tell that it broke. Yeah, well, now that you've seen it, now you won't be able to unsee it. Did you hit it because gaming too hard? Yes. Ignore everything that I just said in the past minute or so. It was because my gamer rage was too intense, because as we know, I'm an extremely rageful person. That's definitely a word. And then last thing, I guess I'll just say, I actually have whiskey here, which I haven't drank whiskey in a good long while, but my roommates decided that they, after the election, they needed alcohol, and so one of them actually asked me what type of whiskey I would like recommend to kind of just have on hand. And I recommended Johnny Walker Black Label, which is actually a whiskey that I hadn't tried before, because it's a little pricey. Like for an average person, just going out and getting a bottle of it is just slightly a little too expensive for themselves to just do, you know, on a whim. But they decided, yeah, we need something. What do you recommend? So I said, I hear Johnny Walker Black Label's pretty good, so they actually got it, and it's pretty nice. It's nice and smoky, and I mean that like literally. Once it gets up into the olfactories, it has the same sort of sensation as if you ever have eaten smoked almonds. Like it gives you that kind of like smoky smokiness in your nose. It's honestly really nice. So yeah, I if you've got like $30 to $40 to spend, I guess it tastes pretty good, in all honesty. Let's see, smokiness. Yeah, it's really nice for sure. But yeah, I used to drink whiskey quite often, honestly. I would actually drink like 2 glasses of it pretty regularly. I want to say back around like 2017 or so. But I decided to, you know, cut down on that because I would always black out because of it. And yeah, I still kind of do. So that's why I don't drink as often. I've, you know, downgraded to basically just drinking beer, because beer is the alcohol that I can drink and still function. So, you know, I can enjoy what it's doing to me rather than like having it hit me really hard and then I just fall asleep, which is what whiskey does. But this is the only amount that I'm gonna have, and I'm sipping it relatively conservatively, at least for the moment. We'll see what happens when I actually get into the game. But yeah, it's definitely good. And yeah, like I mentioned to my roommate on, I think it was literally the night of the election, when I took out some of their rum and just took a shot of it. A little alcohol helps the fascism go down. You rarely drink? That's fine. That's fine. I don't recommend it. Don't drink alcohol, kids. It's not good for you. Do as I say, not as I do. Even though I know that Yola is older than me, so I'll just but I'll still say it. Don't drink, kids. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, let's go ahead and get the game started up here, because I have a feeling that at the very least, the game will it's gonna take us as long to get to the get to one of the endings as it did for us on our last playthrough. So let's go ahead and switch over here. All right, where are we at? Game. There we are. Okay, so this title screen actually unlocked last time when I beat the game. Before it was only Alba that was on the title screen, but now we've unlocked Hannah's transformation title screen. So yay! But anywho, so last time around, this is where we ended things off, and this is the one where we made the choice to either defy Hannah after she literally slaughtered an entire room of dignitaries along with the king of our country, and we declined to join her, and then she just slit our throat open. That was apparently not a very good ending. So I want to see what's gonna happen if we do decide to join her. It doesn't make sense for us to do that like in the moment, but you know, we're going to do it. Let's see how the game spins this whole scenario of us just deciding, after very clearly being horrified at what she's done, we say, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's kill them all. All right. So that should get us another ending, and then we're gonna go back here, and this will what I'm suspecting, this will take us the majority of the stream to be able to get to the ending of, because this is where we'll decide to destroy the Lassplane research facility, and I guess let Loonfall leave Loonfall to its own devices. Because I mean, here's the thing, Loonfall, it didn't matter that we went there. Everyone was you know, done for. They were destroyed by the watchtower anyway. So it honestly didn't matter that we went. So and Hannah hated us for it. So yeah, honestly, that was the wrong call on our part. But again, we're operating on visual novel rules here, visual novel logic. You can't expect things to go the way things ought to go. So okay, first of all, we're gonna load this save up here, and again, Hannah's just killed the king and slaughtered an entire room of royals and dignitaries, and now she's asking us to join her. Last time around, we said no, because one, yeah, this scene was horrifying, and it was very clear that in the moment our character was like, no, this is terrible. I don't want anything to do with this. So to now say, yeah, we're gonna join you, we're all in, let's do it. One-way trip to Murder Town for us. Yay, 2 thumbs up. It doesn't make any sense, but I'm interested to see what ending we can get from this. I almost feel like she might just kill us again anyway, because she maybe doesn't believe us or something like that, but we'll see. All right. Should I join her or protect people of Valestia? Yeah, let's do it. I'm all with you, baby. Let's you and me, Bonnie and Clyde, this genocide. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. I swallow. I wish there was another option. I wish there was another possibility. But over the last few days, I've become convinced that maybe nothing will change. The world didn't crumble when the watchtower swallowed up its inhabitants. The world has gone back to normal. To everyday life. Oh, that I feel that, Walter. Goddamn. Oh, here's Lee. Going along with crazy classic. What is that? What is that supposed to mean? When have I dare you to point out a time I have ever gone along with crazy. You can't do it. It's literally impossible. But thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hope your night's going well. We're gonna join up with our mad genocidal girlfriend, and I don't know. Maybe she'll think we're cool enough, and we'll finally get head. I mean, what? Who said that? Couldn't be me. I'm the only one left, burdened by the awareness of the truth that doesn't allow me to return to it, cursed with knowledge. Oh man, yeah, that's us. Thanos, Tony Stark, Walter. Just the council of the knowledged, cursed with knowledge. Coming in with him saying, "Woo, let's do it." Burdened by a metal as bloodstained as this room, maybe even more. For the lost plane, I was the last straw. Or maybe she's been planning it from the start. I didn't think it would end like this. But I see no other choice. I'm with you. Brandenburg is watching me in silence. The blood on her skin turns brown by the second. She's checking if I'm hesitating, testing my confidence before nodding silently.
Let them burn.
Oh, that's it. That's it, huh? We completed ending D. Okay then. Well, yay! There we go. How about that? All right then. Yeah, that was a lot less horrific than than the last one. All right then. Oh yeah. Also, we found out last time that I guess Hannah is voiced by Sid Snap. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I thought both Lost Planes were played by the same voice actress, but I guess not. So yeah, how about that? Ending D. Exactly. Very anticlimactic. It was a lot more climactic last time around, you know, when the slaughtering was actually happening and she killed us. Yeah. That's all right, let's just go ahead and skip. So okay. You know, I thought there would be a lot more to that, but I'm actually glad there isn't, because now we can go back to the other save file and go after the other one, which should take us a lot longer to get through. To be honest, kind of worse than the other ending. I mean, I guess the implication of it is kind of worse, but I mean, for us, for the player, it's definitely not. You know, at least we don't die. So, all right, we're going back all the way to this one. So this should take the majority of the stream now, because this is where we started things off last stream, and we actually went a little overtime in order to get through everything that happens in the story now. So now Alba wants us to leave and go to Lunefell and save it, because the Watchtower's calling out to her, being like, "Oh my god, the Empire, it's here to break me and whatnot. Come save me, Alba, please." And so we did that last time. Hannah hated us for it, and then it turns out it didn't matter. Like everyone was wiped out. Everyone was eaten up by the watchtower anyway. So it's kind of all for nothing. So I'm really interested to see what happens this time when we decide let's tear this whole place down. So let's do it. Let's sink it. We'll sink this place. Relief appears in Brandenburg's eyes. It floods her irises with blue, darkening with emotion. Like she didn't know until the very end if I would make this decision. Like she was doubting me since the beginning. I hear the sound of Tross's footsteps approaching. I feel her hand squeezing my arm. When I glance at the purple-haired girl, her face is twisted in despair.
No way!
Walter, you can't! Please don't do this! I'm begging you! Alba. Tross lets go of my arm as if burnt. My heart breaks when I see her tears, but I feel this is the right thing to do. I have to do this. I'll always be grateful that Project Lassplane gave me the two of you. But what happened here cannot happen again.
But...
This place needs to be removed from the world. We have to ensure no one will find it again. All this tech, all these ways of hurting people in the name of technological advancement. This circle of violence needs to end. This project needs to end. Tears flow from Tross's eyes like streams running down her cheeks. Oh man. Pressing her lips into a thin line, she stops talking, but I know she's not happy. This sucks, man. I originally wanted to go for Alba, but again, we were too much of a loose cannon bad boy for her, I guess. And so, yeah, we got off the Alba route very quickly. But one day, baby girl, I'll do some of your routes. No more murder of the innocent, of children, Alba. Like Mia. Only more of them will die if this place survives. I watch the struggle in Tross's eyes, the effort with which she nods. Unconvinced, disapproving. She crosses her arms over her chest, sad, bitter. I hope that she understands me with some part of herself, but I will have to convince her that this is the right thing to do. But not now. Now we must take off. I look at Brandenburg. With me in the cockpit, you'll both have enough firepower to send this place flying toward the ocean. Let's do this. A sigh escapes Brandenburg's lips. When she answers me, it's so quiet I can barely hear her.
Thank you.
I nod and look around this room for the last time. Let's send this place back to hell that created it. Back to the hell that created it. This time Hannah's gaze follows mine. She too looks at the Lassplanes and the pods. She too has to say goodbye to this place. To this nightmare she had to live with.
You know?
After we free them, they'll finally get peace. Them? Brandenburg turns her back to the pods, to this place. Her gaze brushes my face before it focuses on the stairs up. A light crystal, similar to the one you saw in Azuria, is holding this place together. The souls it consumed are trapped inside. Their energy is keeping this place afloat. Alba gasps, following her gaze. When Brandenburg moves to the stairs, I turn to her. My eyes are fixed on her back. They deserve to rest. All right. We leave the lab in a hurry, returning to the level above. Is this all gonna mostly be the same? If it is, I'm just gonna read through it. It's frequent. It's hopeless before. No longer looking around. Back to the hangar. Luna, something warm. Blah, blah. Connection. Move closer, paying the purring pet. Luna borrows itself among her clothes. Cat doesn't seem like... after what I learned...
Impossible!
Hurry up, it's getting worse! Alba's fear drives us forward. Hannah hands me the bag. A cold wind ruffles my clothes inside the hangar. Girls disappear. Can't look at them the same way as before. Inside the plane, take off. Amid the clouds and the wind, the structure of the Lost Plane base camouflages itself almost perfectly. I look at it for a short while, wandering the world alone above the surface of the ocean. The heart of our kingdom's corruption, doomed to wander for eternity. My hand moves to the trigger. A shot rings through the silence like a rumble. When the missiles reach the interior of the base, the light crystal hidden in its heart, the structure shines with a blue glow. The flash resembles a lightning strike, pale, sudden, sharp. Under its influence, an uneasy feeling passes through my body. It reminds me of breaking through the veil. It leaves my body weak and trembling for a short moment. When the base hits the water's surface, we turn around, heading for the horizon, leaving its sins behind. Creating the future. Destroy the Lost Planes base. Aha. Okay, so are we just going straight back? Are we just going back to Lunefell then? We are. Oh, I can skip the mission. Huh. Flight seems to drag on infinity. Maybe it's because of the tension. All right, let's skip it, I guess. Let's see. Maybe that'll give us some time to maybe try and do like another ending. I honestly don't think this is gonna give us a good ending. There's no point in holding on to hope in this world. As we approach Lunefell, I can feel the desperation growing inside the Lost Plane's hull. I can feel my own heart begin to shrink and shrink, disappearing into nothingness. Lunefell's empty. This is all the same. Alba disappears, rushing to her home. Blah, 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 blah. Probably because it's the exact same. Yeah. Last plane transforms, rustle of water reaches my ears when I step outside. Pleasant, hopelessness, blah, blah, blah. Face of Marie. Joseph. Enjoyed life, celebrated victory. Came too late. Will be interesting if you can go back and skip all missions if they're the same. I think you actually can. If so, maybe we can go back enough to where we could potentially get one of the better endings. Because I don't think this is putting us on a good ending. Stand on the outskirts of the village on a balcony overlooking it. Glance in my direction. They died for nothing. Villagers.
You know?
The moment the watchtower called Tross, it was already too late. We wouldn't have changed anything, just like they didn't. Occasional hulls of enemy aircraft. They fight such a thing. Still need to destroy the third one. Brandenburg falls silent. Her gaze is cold as she takes in the sight of Lunefell. The wind lifts strands of her hair. Put my hands in my pockets. My heart aches for what happened.
It takes a monster to destroy a monster.
You know what? Now that I know that it's Sid Snap, I can hear it. I can hear it really clearly. I shudder at her words. They cut through the air like knives. These people died for nothing. It's time to put an end to this.
Walter!
What do you mean? Uh-huh. Hold on. There's a little thingy on my screen. There. There we go. Okay. Let's play covers the distance between us in the blink of an eye, blah blah blah. We have to leave. Pang of guilt. Like a coward, I know I didn't do it because I knew what I'd find. Holds it trembling. What is that? A map of our kingdom. Okay, yeah, so we're just going back to Sky Fortress now. Fire and Brimstone. Imagining the ending you learn about all this only has bad endings is kind of funny. Yeah, it's like we learn the truth and we can only have bad endings. What is that, man? That seems a little fucked, honestly. All right, skip mission again. So like the only way we can have good endings is if we live in blissful ignorance. I mean, yeah. Is it safe here?
Impossible.
Flashprint, crates laying against the wall. A single member of staff came to greet us. Place looks exactly the same. Hannah leans over to pick it up. This is the cat with a gentle pat. Standing here makes me uneasy. There's something in the air I'm breathing in.
Yes.
The watchtower is full. Yeah, so it ate everybody. Quarters of the Sky Fortress are empty. Yeah, I feel like. Hold on. Woo! Okay. Yeah, so we can only get bad endings here. God damn, man. Huh. Okay, well, all right. I'll just say I'm with you because that's yeah, if we're on this path, then that means we're done. Okay, well then. There we go. We got one new ending. I thought that would put us on a different path, but I guess not. Huh. Okay then. Well, all right, well then I'm trying to think. Guess learning the truth is bad. I guess so. Is this a different song? No, because it's still the bad endings. Okay, so yeah, like how do you get a good ending? You just have to be a good boy and just follow all your orders and shit? Like, okay, okay, I'm trying to think of where. At what point could we do something different that would give us a different end? I'd at least like to get the good Hannah ending. So I have to think that the time when we, like, at least as far as the first date with Hannah, like we've I don't know. There's honestly so many decisions that you actually have to make throughout this game. I don't know if one actually outweighs the other. It seems like once you've accumulated enough, they kind of just go off to one path. Well, let's see, chapter 4. I feel like chapter 4 might be too far back, or too far deep into things in order to you know, get a decent end. So yeah, that's the thing. If we try and go for a different ending, I guess apparently we've got to go so far back that we wouldn't be able to get it within the span of this stream. Who would have thunk it? I know, right? I guess the moral of the story, kids, is don't question power. Don't you know, rebel against indecency and horrid atrocities being committed by your government. Just let it happen and go hang out with your beach episodes. Yeah, that's that's the main takeaway of Kamikaze Lassplanes. Live in ignorance, allow horrible crimes against humanity to happen, and just be happy. So I guess apparently these the developers of this game did not actually read Those Who Walk Away from Obelisk. Man. Decided to look for a bit. Apparently one ending is in the tutorial, but that's all I could find. People are very zip tight about this game. I feel like a lot of people just didn't really play this game. I think I looked it up on Steam, like the Steam player charts. I think it had like a max of, I don't know, 10 people at its highest. Imagine the tutorial one is just die in the tutorial. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, so one of the endings is just die in the tutorial. That would honestly be hilarious. Well, you know what? Why don't we just do it, I guess? Let's just do it. Let's just real quickly do new game, normal. Starting a new game will overwrite autosave slot. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's die during the tutorial. Let's find out what happens.
Do you remember the day we met, Walter? I still remember it vividly. The air was crisp and chilly when I saw Sky Fortress for the first time.
Man, this almost feels nostalgic at this point, even though, I mean, no, we did start this game a while ago, cause I skipped out on it for about no, I didn't skip out on it for all of October, but yeah, it was a while back when we started it, honestly. Man, look at that. Back when things were so much more simpler. Also, did the audio reset itself or something? Okay, so oh, I didn't know I could do it with my oh wait. Do I have to kill all of the devs? Maybe. Let's try it. Kill all the devs. Maybe the game just doesn't start because I killed all the devs. So how can it possibly happen? Oh, wait, voice actors Arusha VA, Sidsnap English. Hold on a second. But Arusha VA, 1, she's a VTuber. 2, she speaks English. Huh. So wait, did Sidsnap do both of their voices in English?
Perhaps you were right. Perhaps peaceful times had made us blind.
Ugh.
Perhaps we were living on stolen time.
Ugh.
But even if that was the case, I just wish we had more.
Hold up. Something caught my
Everything
throat.
feels like a dream, Walter. But I hope you were real.
Okay. Where's your cough drops? I do actually have cough drops. This is a story with multiple endings. When Fate Drone shows up on the screen, it indicates the important choice you just made. I should VA in a game? I did, actually. It's, from what I remember, it's not a very good game. But yeah, I did voice act in a game once upon a time. It's on Steam. I mean, oh god, yeah, it's something's rattling around in the back of my throat. I wonder if I should I say what game it is? Have I never actually said what game it is? I guess there hasn't really been a whole lot of reason for me to mention it, but okay. Yeah, I voice acted in a game called Huntsman: The Orphanage. Yeah, it's a horror game from years ago, like about a decade ago now. Maybe even like a little bit more than a decade. Yeah, that was like the one voice acting thing that I did that actually came to fruition, And yeah, I wasn't very good. And I wasn't even actually originally cast in the game, but it was because the original voice actor who was supposed to play the character, I guess they just couldn't get a hold of them anymore. And the developers said, I guess they liked what I did in my audition, and so they emailed me and they were like, "Hey, we can't get a hold of this other guy. Do you want to play the role?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so that's what happened. That's cool. I'm sure you did a good job. I mean, I did as good of a job as I could have back then. You know, back when I was a wee lad of like, how old was I? 20, 21? It's a while back. New Relikai lore. I feel like, did I really never mention it anytime? All right then. Yeah, so now you know. I don't even know if the game is still on Steam anymore at this point. Granted, it kind of got a little bit of attention because I think PewDiePie played it, and then also this one channel that doesn't really exist anymore now, but I was a big fan of them. They were called Super Best Friends. They played it as well, because every Halloween they would do these they would do this thing called like shitstorm of spookiness or something, where they would play a bunch of horror games, you know, whether they were legitimate games or they were shovelware. And the game I was in happened to be one of them, and they even went and saw my character. So I mean, that was pretty cool. But yeah, it didn't really get very good reviews, and you know, it wasn't very successful from what I can tell, since I don't believe the developer has ever done anything since then. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, you know what? It just be like that sometimes. I should VA in another game. More is even better. I've tried to audition for like other stuff, but not to the degree where not to the degree where I would be able to actually land any kind of role, because you have to audition a lot just to get one role. Like, and you know, that honestly doesn't have anything to do with like your talent, honestly, just whether or not you have what the developers or the director want at that moment. Because, you know, like say Erica Mendez is a really well-known voice actress. She's played Ryuko in Kill la Kill. She played Megumin in Konosuba. She plays Ayaka in Genshin Impact. She played did she play Mordred? Yes, I think she did. I think she played Mordred in Fate. She plays like incidental characters in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So obviously she must have auditioned to be one of the main characters, like Tifa or Aerith or Yuffie or something like that, but she just wasn't what they were looking for, despite the fact that she's a established, known voice actress in the industry. They were just like, yeah, you just don't have the sauce that we're looking to put into this dish right now. But you can voice some of the extras if you want. And she was like, well, it's money, so yeah, sure, I'll voice some extras. And then even Yuri Lowenthal, who, you know, played Sasuke in Naruto. He played Yosuke in Persona 4. He played Dainsleif in Genshin Impact. He played Suzaku in Code Geass, and, you know, super well-known, established voice actor, like veteran, literal veteran at this point in time. He played Johnny in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Clearly, he also probably auditioned to play Cloud or Vincent or Sid or something like that. And they were just like, yeah, Yuri, like, we love you, but you just don't got the sauce, man. We're looking for a different kind of sauce. But you want to play Johnny? And he was like, yeah, it's a paycheck, so sure. So yeah, you have to like audition a lot to get roles. And I just haven't been on that voice actor grind for a good long while. Partially also because, you know, I've been living in apartments basically my entire life. It's hard to be able to voice act like good legitimately while living in an apartment. You know, so yeah, it's that's kind of where I'm at on that. Found nothing on the endings, but I did find the writer showing off chapter 1 in February because this is their first visual novel about anime girls. I think I might have seen that too. I think they put up like a Reddit post or something about that. And yeah, that's basically all I saw. I also saw, again, that the voice actress, I guess the JP voice actress, she did a stream of this game. But again, she speaks English, so I was confused. She said, I think she said she voiced both characters, but I guess she voiced both of them in Japanese. But she was speaking English, so I thought that meant that she voiced them in English too, but I guess not. I guess Sid Snap voices both of them in English. That's crazy. Relikai and Genshin Impact went... Okay. I mean, hey, I've been told I do a good Paimon, so, you know, maybe if they need a Paimon understudy, I can be there. Alright, we're gonna skip. Let's see. Is this what's been motivating you for all this time, serving the kingdom as a proud warrior? Sure, without a doubt. Words aren't empty or robotic. Each of them is filled with the core of my existence. Oh, I can't skip this. I can't skip this because I didn't choose. Yeah, I think that's what it was. From the very beginning, I was already on the bad boy Hannah route. Cause yeah, I said, well, cause I'm not very big on just blindly, faithfully, dutifully serving your country or nation, because every country and nation on the planet is hella cringe. Like, they've all done some horrid shit, you know? So just blindly being like, yes, my country. I'm just not about that life, man. But I guess, like, in order to be in Hannah or Alba's good graces, we have to do that. All right, they fueled me when I was an unfledged cadet getting stuck in the mud during morning drills. They glimmered on the first badge pinned to my chest. When I shot a weapon for the first time, they were a sweet aftertaste, covering the bitterness of reality. Military service never was a dream of my childlike innocence. It was the unsaid expectation of my father, feeding me the love for our motherland, for the island which has been good to our family for generations. And yet they became my support, the backbone keeping my body standing when treacherous exhaustion would sneak up on it. If we don't have morale, we might as well give up right now. It's the truth, Alba. Whatever happens, I will be ready to serve the kingdom in every way I can, and I'm always prepared for the worst. You're so pessimistic. Do you hate flowers too? I don't mind the violet ones, thank you for asking. Oh, I don't mind the violet ones, thank you for asking, but I'm trying to be realistic. Okay, so now I can skip. So we've seen all this before, I guess. Take the shortcut down. Skip. Okay, so I believe now we're at the tutorial. Shit, maybe I should have saved. You know what? It's fine. Since we can skip, it's all right. No, we're not gonna hold to skip mission. Actually. Oh, okay. Wait. Do I have to fail this? If I go everywhere else on the screen but where they want me to go, will I get it? Come on. No, okay, probably not. Okay.
I think. Oh, stop it. Unacceptable.
It's fine. Come on. All right, here we go. Destroy the drones. Oh. What if I run into them instead? Oof. Oof. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Woo. Huh? Oh, man. Okay. Well, I guess that didn't do anything. So I guess just dying doesn't make it happen. So then what else could I do? Grab it.
All right, you know.
All right. Okay, I'm trying to look and see, like, okay, what could I do? What things could I do in order to potentially get some kind of different ending? Maybe I have to die at the boss or something?
All right.
Let's see. Oh boy.
Unacceptable.
Grab it.
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Damn, look at those combos. I was never able to chain reactions like that before. Okay. Now what? Oh, here we go. Oh, R. There we go. That was something.
Let's go!
Well, all right. I beat the tutorial. And I also died during the tutorial. Is there really an ending during it? Goddamn. Well then. Okay, hold on. Let me let's go back to the main menu. I'm trying to think. Is there like a really pivotal choice that we can make that might put us onto a different path? And one where we have a save spot set up there. Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Snake in the Garden. Oh, you know what? This would... Okay, you know what? We might as well do this, because I wanted to see what would happen if I don't listen to Hannah. You know what? Since we're fully down the save scumming path, like, we're gonna do that. Should I check the house? I'm gonna take a peek inside. Let's do it. It's not like I'm going far away without her. The door's right here. I'll stay in her line of sight the whole time. And if not, I'll be within shouting distance in case she needs something. In case something happens. I'll be back in a minute. Walter, no! I yank my hand from her grip, closing the distance to the door in 2 steps. A sharp chill immediately attacks my palm when I no longer feel her hot skin. I grip the handle of the door, opening it ajar. Oh. What is this? I definitely did not see this before. The Lassplanes follows me, but I step inside before she has the chance to drag me back. The large room is bathed in faint light. I sweep my gaze across a sofa, armchair, table, and desk, its interior furnishings. The dim glow is coming from a modern receiver by the wall facing the entrance. Quiet words are coming from the device. Although I'm only a few short meters away, I don't recognize any of them. I step forward, lured by the desire to understand. The air here seems charged with energy that pierces my body to the bone. The pale glow of the receiver paints the room with sharp shadows. It's pulsating slightly, and each pulse pours chills into my veins. Walter! Oh my. I hear the Lassplane scream behind my back. It reaches me from afar, muffled, incomprehensible. Like there's a thick glass between us, separating our world into 2. I can hear the banging of her fist. I can't make out specific words, only the scream, the noise. Oh, did we get absorbed by the watchtower? Oh, that's probably what happened. We're probably dead. Oh man, okay. This has got to be an ending, right? I want to turn away, assure her it's nothing. But my neck is stiff, frozen in one position facing the receiver. I command my body to stop, to look at Hannah at the entrance, to go back to her, to go back to the warmth of her hand, safety I felt with her. When the realization I can't stop belatedly hits my brain, I'm flooded with fear. Why can't I stop? Ice fills my veins, reaching for the heart. The dull echo of her words is left behind. There's only the murmur of foreign words reverberating inside the house. A thud of shoes on the wooden floor. Darkness floods the edges of my vision. 2 black traces mark the wooden panels, shaped like human silhouettes. Burned on the ground, they are the size of my body. I make out their legs, hands. Pain fills the air in the house like a thick vapor, invading my lungs with each desperate breath. Thrashing in panic, I approach the receiver. The ice-cold current in my veins freezes my body and lights my soul on fire. Lights. I slide on the level floor. It's wet, slippery. The panels are covered in blood. In the pale light, the scarlet turns obsidian. Empty. There's no one here. There's no one here. I'm all alone. Someone's sobs are coming from the receiver. I'm so close, at arm's length. Please. The word echoes in my subconscious. The voice sounds male and female, old and young at the same time. I want to help them. I want to help everyone. Somebody help me. The reality around me bends and breaks. Something clutches my insides greedily, violently. They ask people to only talk about endings in their Discord channel, so there's no discussion about it whatsoever in Steam. Oh, I see. Ha. It sinks its claws in the essence of my existence, ripping a piece for itself. I feel hot tears streaming down my cheeks. I don't want to die. My body is no longer mine. I watch my arms spread, happily giving everything away to this power. What is this? Giving themselves away, giving me away. Oh, I'm on auto. I don't see a difference anymore. It hurts. Agony cuts the silence with my scream. Who I was, who I am, who I could be, blend into one without beginning, without end. It burns, help me! The rest of the world sinks into darkness. Only the blue glow of the receiver matters, pulsating like a beating heart. I feel my heart beat in sync. I'm so close. The words are now clear, distinct. The glass barrier between us is gone. End this! Make it stop! My body breaks when the soul ripped from it escapes into the empty night. Please! Consumed by darkness, I'm desperately looking for relief from the overwhelming suffering in it. Stop! The last thing to reach my senses is a scream stuck in my throat. Oh, there it is! Light's Embrace! We got another ending! Yay! We did it! Alright! There we go. Hey! So this is still considered an Alba ending. Interesting. Okay. It's still got the horror music vibe, man. God. Okay. Alright, well we did it. So we've gotten 2 endings so far. That's as good as I was hoping for tonight. Okay, so we got D, E, and H. So we've only gotten the bad endings. I've only gotten like endings where I die or endings where I end up becoming the Clyde to my genocidal Bonnie's machinations. All right. Yay, more endings. I did find people talking about ending G. Ending G, huh? Wait. Oh, okay. So ending G is a really interesting one, huh? Apparently fail synchronization. Fail synchronization. I'm trying to think of where the failure of synchronization could have happened. I'm assuming it has to happen like in the like early on, maybe with Alba? Huh. Fail synchronization. Maybe. All right, let's go to this one real quick. I guess we'll try. We'll try and see if we can fail synchronizing, because I think that maybe happens during like the first real mission. All right, let's go through this. Revenge never looks so tempting. Be better than that. Okay, so we were originally gonna have a splash fight here, but I'm gonna say no. You know what? I'm above all that. I am above such childish behavior. If it's fail, is it another bad ending? Probably. I don't take the bait. After all, it was me who surprised her in the sauna, not the other way around. She's already turned away as if nothing happened. Oh, it must have been a ghost. I clear my throat, brushing wet hair away from my forehead. Okay, so now we're... alright, so that didn't really change a whole lot. But wait, I haven't seen this. The canteen is strategically situated near sleeping quarters on the edge of Sky Fortress. Oh, now I have. Just that one moment? Okay, wait for Alba. I'm holding so many things I can't move. Oh my god. I watch Alba fight for food as if her life depended on it. She's balancing on her tiptoes now, reaching for a beer mug on a high shelf. I wonder if it didn't mistake her determination for being simply bullheaded. I would help her, but it's physically impossible. I see her jump, nearly knocking down all the glass, but she triumphantly snatches 2 mugs and heads to large oak barrels to fill them. When she returns, I try to hide my shock at the sight of another plate in her hand, this time with sweet buns. The luck is in my favor. A seat next to me opens up. Trying to avoid curious looks from the people around, I just sit down, burning with embarrassment.
Awesome!
Okay, now we've seen all this, apparently. Okay. I'm assuming this has to happen, again, during the first real mission that we do. But I don't remember a way to be able to fail this.
You know?
Blah, 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 blah.
Unacceptable. Alright!
Bring these puppies home, blah, blah, blah. Apparently there's proper 4 endings, 2 good endings, and 2 bad endings. I assume that what we got count as the 2 bad endings, which is kind of funny. Interesting. So there's like... So failing synchronization will result in a good ending, I guess?
Faster than the wind. Shield up. All right. Go, go, go. Auto aim selected.
Man, it feels like it's been so long since I played, since I did a stage with Alba.
What?
Blah 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 blah. All right.
That's a little much. Shield up. Faster than the wind. Shield up.
Oh yeah, has anyone I guess I might as well ask this. Has anyone seen the Penguin series? I just actually finished it last night. It is quite good. Honestly. I would recommend it if you guys have even an inkling of interest. Right, Alba's whole thing has it where she has a spread shot.
Sharp shooter mode.
Interesting. Interesting.
Shield up.
Boom. All right. Wait, this is the most we can do?
Let's go.
Fuck you.
Faster than the wind. Defense system up. Shield up.
Okay. This one apparently was a demo hidden ending, and they hinted at people to find it. A demo ending?
What?
Huh.
I think.
Dang it, I got too much whiskey in my brain to be able to find secret endings, man.
Let's go.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? It works out.
Faster than the wind. Laser charge. Auto aim selected.
God damn, get out of here, man. This fucking guy. Jesus. Only took 7 years to get rid of him.
Laser charge! Faster than the wind. Let's go! Defense system up. Auto aim selected. Faster than the wind.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Hey!
Concentration mode a little bit, even though this is like only the first real real stage that you do in the game, because I'm not very good at shmups, unfortunately.
Hello, little one. Defense system up. Laser charge. Go, go, go. Laser charge. Let's go. Faster than the wind.
Get fucked. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anywhere to fail synchronization. And I only got the silver podium. Jeez. Well, I mean, I guess technically, I guess we could just keep going down this path and see if we can maybe get
Do you remember the day we met, Walter?
one of the
The
Alba
earth
endings.
trembled under the weight of our sins. You said you wanted the truth, but stepping into a garden of roses left your hands covered with blood. May the world forgive us for what we've done.
That sounds like
There's no redemption for thieves. But with you, I finally felt free.
Huh. Okay, I'm trying to think, at what point in the story could we have gotten the good ending for Hannah? You know what? That is something I wanted to do. I wanted to try and see what would happen if I don't listen to Alba and we go to Azuria. Or no, here. Yeah, let's so before I said we'll leave right now, let's see about leaving in the morning. Let's catch some sleep and we'll leave in a couple hours. How about that?
Well...
Okay, if you say that's for the best. If we leave now, we'll draw unwanted attention. Better to move out with everyone else, just change direction. That will give us more time before HQ realizes something is wrong. And you need crazy amounts of sleep, Alba. If we leave now, you'll be of no use tomorrow. A quick nap and we'll be fresh and dandy to save the world. Breakfast included. I don't think I'll be able to eat anything. Now that's a bold lie I'll never believe, Miss Tross. As we head for the exit from the park, she elbows my shoulder. but I can see a tiny smile flickering on her lips. I elbow her back, although she isn't looking at me. I believe we have time. Alba's overzealous for her own good. She needs a rational counsel, and it looks like it's my role. I just don't know if she'll ever appreciate it. So are we just going to Loonfell anyway? In the morning, I get up before her. It's not too hard. But convincing HQ to assign us to Loonfell is a different story. Lost planes are precious, sure, but questioning the orders for personal reasons when we're on the brink of war may not pass. If I ask directly and HQ refuses, we won't have a second chance. We won't be able to go to Loonfell. They will keep an eye on us. That's why I swap our orders discreetly during the briefing. Okay, so we're not going to Loonfell at all. So there's no way to avoid... Or we're not going to Azuria. There's no way to save Azuria then. Lie has no legs, but it's enough to make them let us go. And then we'll figure something out later. Consequences will fall on me with a force I'm ready for. Or so I hope. I'll do anything to keep Alba out of it. Let them know it was my call. I can only hope my career won't fall in the process. And I end up, you know, being an accessory to murdering the king or something. Alright, we're here anyway. Let's see. Alright, hold to skip the mission. Let's just see if anything is different at all. Loonfell is charming, I can see it from afar. It's hard to pinpoint the main street due to its layout. Most of the buildings are on flat islands, although the villagers utilize the cliffs as well. Many houses were built high on the hills, linked only by inconspicuous bridges. I'm starting to understand why reaching everyone can be problematic and the evacuation can take time. Loonfell is spread out horizontally and vertically. When we get down to the village, seagulls welcome us with their cries. You seem very excited, Alba.
I am! I haven't been here for years, but it feels like no time has passed. It's exactly the same.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, but I know I love it. I missed home. Besides, it's not often that I leave military bases. Not sure if you noticed.
Hey, me too. Sky Fortress has everything we need. There's no reason to leave.
Right. Except for goats.
When was the last time you were, somewhere else?
Else how?
You know, not on Lost Plane duty. Just as yourself, Alba.
Well...
Frankly, I don't even remember. Huh. Must have been pretty long ago.
Okay. So all this is the same, apparently. Okay, so this is another choice that we could have made. Last time I said that he takes care of Loonfell because you're from here, which again, I guess put us on the super loose cannon bad boy route with Hannah. I guess at least in this brief, you know, going through of the story again, we're on the Alba path here, so I guess let's go ahead and just placate her. Yeah, he takes good care of them, sure. Well, it looks like the king takes good care of Loonfell.
I've heard the same about some other villages. Loonfell isn't the only one.
The light changed so much. It changed a whole lot, that's for sure. The kingdom has prospered since its invention. It probably doesn't cost that much to support the people.
Truly the beginning of a new era.
What do you think the future will bring?
More of this, I hope. We can spread goodwill with the light's help. Can we though?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks. Like, it really feels like if you go down the path where you learn the truth, there's nothing you can do. You can't get a good ending if you learn the truth, because I went all the way up through the story to where you learn the actual truth of what happened. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right. Okay, we're gonna save. Let's save here. This is a while back, so we'll put that there. All right, and then we're going to load. Wait, what was I wanting to do again? Right. The is it this one? Let's see. So during the beach episode, if I choose to not go to the lost plane thing, oh, it's this? Okay, hold on a second. Load. Did I really not save anywhere before the Huh. Hold on a second. Let me try this. Yeah, if I choose to not go to the Lost Plane Research Center, I wonder what that'll cause to happen. Oh no, this is way even before then. Okay. All right. I guess this is all right. So, we don't want to go with Alba. So we'll go with Hannah. We're going to skip all this, our super romantic date with one another. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what is this? There's something else I need to do. When I do, I will finally be free. What? She's silent. I wasn't expecting an answer, although I don't like it. I tighten the grip on her. No, okay, you know what? We're gonna do everything the same. We're gonna get to the beach episode, and then when it's time to choose whether or not we want to go to the Lost Plane Research Facility, we're going to not go. So I think I said, all right, what do I want to say? When I do it, I doubt you'll want to fly with me. What should I say? I will no matter what. Yes. So then we skip. Go through all this. All right, how long? I feel like it's going to take us a while to actually get to the beach episode. Let's see. We're going to skip. All right. Yeah, not learning the truth about what ends up happening. That's got to do something. That's got to put us on some kind of path. But again, I don't like not learning the truth. Man. Skip. Let's see. So this is another one. So this one I actually disagreed with Alba, or disagreed with Hannah about. Let's try and actually agree with her. So last time I said the light is a tool, but now I know the light is actually just kind of a monster, honestly. So let's say the light is a weapon. Even if we can do much good with it, the light completely changes the rules of the game. It moves war to a whole different level, 1,000 times more destructive than dynamite. Should we use something that has the potential to destroy the whole world?
Seriously?
If it can save this world when in good hands, then yes, of course. We've been doing good with it for 100 years.
But how can we be sure nobody else will use it in the wrong way?
We thought that nobody had it except for us.
And we were wrong. I don't know how it appeared in the Empire, but I saw what the world on the other side looked like. We know how much we can gain thanks to it, but we should also be aware of how much we can lose. My words make the Lost Planes go quiet, at least for a while. I guess we can skip here now. How goes it? How's the Ruth? The Ruth is quite baby. The routes, we got two other ones. They weren't really all that interesting. They were also not very good. So we've yet to actually get a good ending. I'm trying to see if we can get a good Hannah ending at least. Aces of the Winged Fury and Valor. Yes. So right now I'm going to see if we can, if after the beach episode, when Hannah asks us if we want to go and see the Lost Plane Research Facility, if we can, if we say no, then we'll, how much of a difference that'll make. Blah, 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 blah. Come on now. All right. But how's it going, Vic? Appreciate you stopping in. Hope your night is going well. God, I gotta click through all these, man. All right, here we go. Skip through the beach episode. I murmur a curse under my breath, taking out a radio and barely avoiding sharp claws. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let me see here. Let's see. You can even show them this place for all I care. I sense anger in her voice. Alba glances at me with fear. I raise my hands in a calming gesture. I don't want to argue. HQ thinks we took off to teach Alba to fly alone. We've been gone for the base. My duty is to check in, but since we've been gone for so long, it will take a great difference if we do it now or after we fly back. CPU is garbage, so I'm on phone. It's all good, no worries. So okay, yeah, last time we said fine, let's go. And honestly, the thing is that when we said that, Hannah actually kind of seemed sad that we chose to go with her. So let's actually see what happens if we say we're gonna report in first. We've been gone for many hours and HQ has no idea about our location and can't contact me since my radio doesn't work. What if something happened? We must tell them where we're going.
Yeah.
I agree. Please, Hannah, let's do it for peace of mind. And then we can fly wherever you want.
Brandenburg glares at me. I respond with the same. Emptiness is glimmering in her blue eyes. Her eyes are glassy. Oh no! I see my reflection in them. She nods impassively, giving in to our reasoning. She seems tired. Like my fight to do the right thing wears her out. She reaches into her bag, pulling the radio from under Aluna's body. She holds her hand out to me. I take the device when another rumble sweeps across the air. I glance at it. It looks the same as mine. I don't see any trace of sand. I activate the transmit button and... green. It works, great. So Hannah was sad. Basically, yeah.
Walter, tell them we're coming to dinner. Don't let them think we'll be late.
I nod, smiling under my nose. When the working radio lands in my hand, I immediately feel a bit lighter. Hannah is watching me when I report our position. I don't tell them where we'll fly exactly since I don't know, but I inform them where we are now and when we should reach Sky Fortress. When I finish my report, I wait for the operator to receive my message. Instead, dead silence answers me. I turn on the transmission and try again, then again. Tross's panic is rising as the girl is watching my attempts.
Are we so far from Sky Fortress?
We flew here from that direction. Maybe the storm is disrupting the signal reception. I gesture at the thick cover of the clouds. Alba nods, convinced by this explanation. For a while, I stare at the screen of the radio. The moment of my relaxation is permanently gone. I feel anxious again. I give the radio back to Brandenburg and she carelessly drops it into her bag. Iluna is meowing with annoyance, catching the device. Well, we tried. Do you have peace of mind now? Yes. Sort of. Oh dear. And then this is all the same, apparently. Is there another choice we can make here? No. No, this is all the same. Huh. Okay, well... I'm honestly... You know what? Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Because if we go on our date with Hannah and she says that she doesn't... maybe we can... If we choose to tell her to not do the thing that she says she needs to do, maybe she won't. Yeah, so here we are. Maybe this is how we get the good Hannah ending. So she says, there's something else I need to do. When I do, I will finally be free. What? She's silent. I wasn't expecting an answer, although I don't like it. I tighten the grip on her hand. I don't want to let go, not until I see the confidence I'm here for her in her eyes. When I do it, I doubt you'll want to fly with me. What should I say? So So we say, I will no matter what. But it's like, is that... I don't understand. I don't understand how that could give us a good ending. She's like, I have to do this. And when I do, you won't want to fly with me. Well, then don't. Don't do it. I don't... It doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't sound good to me, but clearly my judgment as far as this VN's logic goes is wrong at every turn. So I guess I'll just go ahead and choose the one that sounds wrong to me. All right, don't do it then. So don't do it. She straightens abruptly at my firm words. Yeah, she doesn't look like she likes it. Her fingers tear away from my cheek. I feel her pull her other hand back, trying to disentangle from my fingers. I tighten my grip, holding her in place. Easy for you to say. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to follow their orders. You're not a prisoner. But I'm not free either. You can be. Even now. You have to let go of the things you've done and the things you have to do. Choose freedom. With me. She freezes, but only for a moment. She takes her hand back, and I let her, unwilling to keep her by force. Anger flashes through her expression, but it's brief, fleeting. She shakes her head in denial. Of my words, of her own thoughts, I can tell. Of my words or her own thoughts, I can't tell. And I guess this is all the same. Okay. Let's see if anything changes. Is there a good ending on the Hannah route? Like at all? I feel like if there is, this is where it needs to happen. Cause this is what puts us on the Hannah route. Because if like anything before this, we're not committed to Hannah. Let's see. Let's go with the light as a tool again. Skip. Winged Fury. All right, yeah, we're just gonna skip through all of it, see if anything is different. It honestly doesn't feel like it though. Blah 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 blah, and then I gotta click through all of these. I wonder if I have to go all the way to the end, maybe. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we told her not to do the thing that she needs to do. Does that mean killing the king? All right, we'll go blah 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 blah. All right, let's choose to sync it. Oh, this is different. Hold on. Let me see. I can taste the ozone and blood on my tongue. You brought the Empire here. The air she exhales sharply is tinged with the biggest lie of all. She turns her back to me, hands tangled in her hair, fingers tightening around it, as if she could rip her own head off. Spare me the trouble of finding out the answer. I hear her sobs, quiet, desperate. It resembles the weeping of a convict put before the executioner's stump. The kind that makes the corners of your mouth lift, as if your mind confronts the vision of your mortality. I'm mortified. I can't move again. Her reaction is a confirmation. She doesn't have to say anything. Everything that happened, every life that was lost, it's all because of her, isn't it? It makes sense. I hate the fact that it makes sense. I hate it with every fiber of my being. When she turns her head to me, I see madness inside her eyes. Her blue irises are marked with rage and sorrow so deep they almost change hue.
I remember everything.
They kept the kids inside the rooms above us. They couldn't do it all at once. They needed many attempts, many mistakes. When I was inside of this chamber, I remember hearing their screams. The screams of other kids they brought here. The light chamber towers over the lost plane below it. Her tears glisten in the shades of blue.
I was the first.
I was the first lost plane. They had never done something like that before. They needed so many of them. They had sacrificed so many before they learned how to do this. I remember their faces, most of them. I hate myself for the ones I forgot. Chill fills my veins, turning me into an ice figure. Emptiness circles in my stomach, as if I were standing on the edge of an abyss and took a step forward. As if someone put me on a fast-track train rushing toward a cliff. I watched it happen. I watched their personalities slowly blend into mine. I felt their confusion, their cries. I felt them making me stronger. I heard them weep, scream, beg for their parents, for anyone to come and save them. I wanted them to be safe. I wanted them to be at peace.
It never stopped.
I wanted them to be silent. But their screams were as infinite as their pain. It never stopped. Years went by, and I can still feel their pain inside of me as clearly as then. It never stopped. They never died. They never went away. They never found peace. The torture they were stuck in every single day consumes me. I feel nauseous again. I wish I could get rid of what I heard. I wish I could make it disappear. Make it never have happened. But I can't. I can't interrupt her when the last dame in Hannah Brandenburg's fortress is finally down. I think they mean damn. I feel like even she can't stop it. But their work only began. I was the first one. The one they used to learn the ropes. When they were finally satisfied by my level of power and consciousness, they let me open my eyes. But I wish they hadn't. I don't know how many years I spent in this place, torn apart. They hacked and sawed and glued parts of me together. They crawled inside my head like bugs and kept scraping for so long until I finally fit their vision of the ultimate weapon. Until my thoughts became theirs. Until the screams of children became the choir of my existence. Until they made me the perfect blueprint. Hannah. And I didn't mind it. She glances at me from under the shock of her torn hair. Her face is contorted in agony, as if the pain she speaks of were consuming her insides right now. I didn't mind the pain. I didn't mind the excruciating feeling of dying and being born into this world again and again. I craved it. I wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel how they all felt. I wanted my body to experience the torture my mind endured. I wanted to suffer with them. It was only fair. Her words are filled with pain so intense that I feel it ripple through my body. How many years did she have to live with it? How old is this base, this project? The Lost Plane's body shows no signs of aging. But she's a machine, even if a deceptively human-like one. Is she getting old like me? Or quite differently? How much pain did she have to endure for it to leave such a great mark on her? If I could take away your pain, Hannah, I would do everything to make it happen. I can't begin to fathom what you went through.
Stop it.
You don't have to do that. Do what? I'm not saying this for you to justify my actions. Actions. My jaw tightens so much that I lose all feeling in it. Letting the Empire into our territory. How did she do it? What did she want to achieve? Was it... All I wanted was to know who I was, how I came into this world. But when I finally got my answers, it almost broke me in half. I spent my days begging, pleading, trying to find peace within my existence, wishing I could forget again. But it's not possible. I have to live with this until the very end. Her tears stop halfway down her cheeks. Fire flares in her gaze, brightens her irises. Hatred fills them again. It drowns out sorrow in the sea of blue. I needed them to pay the price for what they did. I wanted them to burn inside the hell they created. So you brought the Empire to our lands? I wish I had found a different way, but I couldn't. I was all alone, forced to pretend to be a model lost plane, forced to live with this curse inside of me, and not being able to do anything about it. I didn't see another way. Her shoulders droop low, crushed by this weight. I don't know if I can share it with her. What the kingdom did is unforgivable. They should pay. They should be held accountable for every death they caused. People need to learn about the price of using the light. But the path Brandenburg has chosen is one of absolute destruction. We look at each other for a moment. She doesn't last long before averting her gaze. How should I react to her words? Okay, this is different. Wait, is it? I can't quite remember. But everything leading up to this choice was different. Okay, hold on. We're saving. Yeah, we'll save it here. Okay. We have to make it right, or you're not better than them. Damn scumbags. Yeah. So this is everything you missed that one time, Vic. Well, I mean, it's different, but I mean, yeah, you're learning the gist of it now. Actually, you're learning more about it, because this is way more in depth about like what Hannah actually went through, and way more descriptive. So okay, we have to make it. So I want to do. We have to make it right. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But I don't want to say she's not better than them, even though she kind of isn't. But it's fine. It's fine. We're trying to get a good Hannah ending. We have to make it right. My thoughts go back to all the battles we fought against the Empire. So much death that could have been avoided. But some part of me, maybe a naive one, believes it's not too late. Maybe the same naive part doesn't want to admit it understands her motivation. Because now, it would have to admit that I fell in love with a killer. How did you do it? She hesitates, looking at me with a mixture of shock and sorrow. But I see regret in her eyes. Real regret. It gives me hope. Oh! This is new! We didn't get this before! I wonder if they have men in black to threaten the locals into silence as well. I wouldn't be surprised. This is secret after all. No one knows about this. Literally no one knows about this.
Actually,
They reached out to me a couple of months ago. They didn't want much, just a way in through the veil. So they really have spies in the kingdom. She smiles lightly but without mirth. I don't know anything about it. They never told me. And I didn't ask. And the deserters we caught, I think they knew. At least some of them. They knew I started it all. That's why they were all looking at her with, like, disdain. I remember their scornful glares, all aimed at her even though I was the one who pulled the trigger. Now I know. I deactivated the watchtower in Azuria. I planned to do the same in Lunefell, but you showed up. And it weakened the veil enough for the Empire to breach it? Yes. How did you deactivate it? When we came there later, the village was empty. Did you... She swallows. Despite the guilt sparkling in her eyes, she immediately shakes her head. I asked them to escape. I told them it was going to get dangerous, but nobody listened. What happened? The watchtower. When the Empire units appeared, the watchtower was trying to reactivate. It consumed them. Consumed everyone to protect itself. Oh. So when we were in Lunefell, oh no, wait, are we talking about Azuria? Hold on. I deactivated the watchtower in Azuria. Planned to do the same in Lunefell, but you showed up, and it weakened the veil enough for the Empire to breach it. How'd you deactivate it? When we came there later, the village was empty. I asked them to escape. I told them it was going to get dangerous. Okay, I think she's talking about Azuria. Alright, never mind. I hate that it makes sense. I hate it with my whole heart. Her fear of what we found in Azuria. The energy lingering in the village. The glow of the watchtower. It wasn't low on power. It was power hungry. Is this why the lost plane held my hand? What would have happened if I had let go then? Ah, we found out! We found out what happens if we had gone in. It wasn't good. I pushed the thoughts away. It's not important now. I closed the distance between me and Brandenburg in an instant. She doesn't move away. Maybe she didn't expect me to do it. Or maybe she doesn't care at this point. Up close, I can see every glossy trace the tears have left on her skin. I cup her face with trembling hands, not letting her look away. This feels good! The entire world fell to shit, but I'm not going to leave it like that. We need to make this right, Hannah.
But...
They will pay the price. Do you understand me? Her head pulls back slightly, reflexively, but she can't pull away. I see the hesitation in her eyes despite my assurance, despite the steel sounding in my voice. They will answer for what they did. The world will learn of their sins. But not like this. Not with innocent civilians getting caught in the crossfire. We have to do better. We have to be better. My thumb brushes her cheek, wiping off a single tear. I see my reflection in her glassy eyes. I promise I won't let them get away with this. But we must stop the Empire from destroying our island. Because it won't be those in charge getting hurt when the veil falls. Common people will be the first victims of this war. Slowly, determination returns to her gaze. Carefully, subtly, just a glimmer in the darkness of emotions that have been ruling over her for years. A nod of her chin, and a wave of relief washes over me. I can feel my heart returning to its place at the sight of it. After so many years in the loneliness of this agony, I wouldn't expect the person to emerge from the other side to be inclined to show mercy, to find another way, to not stoop to the level of their oppressors. But I see understanding in her eyes, a seed of hope so weak that that the slightest drought would kill it. But I won't let it die, because she's showing me that it didn't break her. I smile lightly, unconsciously. In the face of all the things I learned today, it's a madman's smile. But I can't help it, looking at her so close to me. I brush a strand of hair from her forehead, wet from her tears. You didn't choose this fate, but you can choose what to do with it. The circle of violence doesn't have to continue. It can end. Her eyes sparkle with shades of blue. A sudden thought echoes inside them, leaving me no time to react. She climbs to her toes, getting closer. As my arms embrace her trembling body, her lips suddenly find their way to mine. Let's fucking go! And join them in a kiss. I can feel my heart leap. The jagged knife pulls out without leaving a single scar. I lose myself in her soft lips. The scent of her hair envelops me. Her proximity is intoxicating. It heals the wounds that this place has left in my soul. I feel her lips curve into a smile on mine. There's a slight, shy smile playing on them when she pulls away. Oh, we don't get a CG for that? Man. But then a blush creeps onto her face, so bright red, as if all the colors she had lost returned all at once. That was...
Stop it!
Don't. We don't need to talk about it. Of course we need to...
Nope.
Not now. I clear my throat. I smooth out my uniform as if its condition were the most important thing right now. The lost plane wipes the remaining tears from her cheeks. She fixes her hair. The moment was fleeting, but I feel like it put the misplaced parts of me back together. I watch her turn her head. The smile fades, then disappears as she looks at the pods. I'll go find Alba, make sure she's fine. Are you going to be okay when I'm gone?
Yes.
She nods, swallowing. Her gaze is fixed on the pods. All right, I'll be right back. I turn my back to her, heading for the stairs. Okay! We're finally on what feels like a good end. I reach the foot of the stairs when I see Tross at the top. Okay, so we've seen all this then. Okay, let's save here as well. We don't need this one anymore. We already saw all of these ones. Okay. Hannah still wants to sink this place, right? Yeah, let's we've seen both of these paths. I think it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So let's sink it. Cuz we're on the good Hannah path, I think. So let's keep her in our good graces. All right. So we're going to skip across. We're gonna skip the mission. Surprised there was no CG. Yeah. Why didn't we get a kissing CG, man? Come on. There better be a good one to close this whole thing out. Woo. Okay. Yeah, she's reacting differently this time. It happened again. Sadness rings in Brandenburg's voice when we stand on the beach. Tidal water carries the remains of enemy aircraft hulls. The sand we're standing in seems gray. Stunned, I take in the sight of the destroyed village. We were too late. I don't think it would have changed anything. The moment Alba felt the call of the watchtower, it was already too late. It consumed them to save itself. I swallow. With difficulty, I tear my gaze away from the empty, lifeless village. I move it to Brandenburg, who begins to walk along the coast. Her feet sink in the sand. The water comes close, dangerously close. But Brandenburg doesn't even care anymore. The horrors gripped her heart and stifled her fears. In the distance, I see the wreck of an enemy plane washed away by the sea. Or maybe it just fell here, knocked down by me. The traces of the battle are noticeable, but mainly on the outskirts of the village. Its centers seem untouched, as if nothing had reached it. As if it were already empty for a long time. Just like in Azuria. Worse. In Azuria, they weakened the watchtower. The village became dangerous, but they could keep their forces in the air. Here, they tried to destroy it, but they didn't have enough strength to finish what they started. So the watchtower swallowed them too. It used their bodies, their planes. I freeze, stopping a few steps behind Brandenburg. I notice a body in front of her. My heart skips a beat. My memories go back to that day in Lunefell. That night. The night of celebration. To the body I found on the beach. To what I saw. I don't want to look at it, but despite myself I come closer. They call themselves the Divine Wind. Brandenburg crouches over the body. Carefully, piously, she studies the poor bastard. His destroyed face, withered, old. Was he alive when he was fighting us? Or was he just the light's puppet? Flying here, he had to pay the price. Crossing the veil, they give it a part of themselves away to it. Part of their life. There's little left. Not enough to return. I watch with horror as she slides a useless parachute over the unfortunate man's face. Shields him from the outside world, from my gaze. They come here, even though they know death awaits them. Brandenburg stands up. She straightens her back. Emptiness glimmers in her eyes. Emptiness so deep that it can fit her sorrow at the bottom. I try to speak, but when I open my mouth, nothing comes out at first. So I clear my throat. Why? Why didn't anything happen to me when I crossed the veil? Brandenburg smiles lightly, mirthlessly.
Actually,
Because you were with me. I protected you like back then, in Azuria. I turn quiet. A bitter aftertaste dances on my tongue. I don't know what to say, so I allow silence to fall between us. And in this silence, we're watching the covered corpse. I can't see this body as the bloodthirsty enemy attacking my defenseless country. Knowing what the light can do, knowing the cost of using it, what drives them to make such great sacrifices? What makes them take their own lives in an attempt to destroy the veil?
hey,
Alba. I shudder, looking up at Brandenburg. Following her gaze, I spot Tross's purple hair in the distance. The lost plane covers the distance between it. Okay, so now this is all the same. Let's go ahead and skip. All right. Now let's see. Let's see how this all ends up playing out. Again, we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip the mission. We're gonna see how it plays out afterwards. We're clearly going to go a bit overtime here, but that is fine. We're so close, guys. I feel it. I can feel it in my nuggets. All right. So this is all the same. Days slowly blend together. The kingdom has rewarded us with time off. We received medals. Hard to wear. Didn't care about them at all. Service. Knowledge of what I've learned is eating me up on the inside like a parasite. Others come up to pat me on the shoulder. Dark secrets. Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Exactly. My soul has changed. Streaks of scars that mark it. This is all still the same. I just want to make sure.
is everything okay?
This is different. Hold on. I feel I'll never be the same again. Brandenburg's voice brings me back to reality. I feel hot sand under my feet. The smell of the sea fills the air. The wind caresses my hair. A beach. It seems like the last time I got to enjoy a beach was in another lifetime. Yeah, our last beach episode. It was so long ago, man. The beauty of this place strikes me twice as hard. It's like being on a paradise island. Yes. I drifted off in my thoughts. I'm sorry.
There.
Brandenburg crouches next to me, leaning over my luggage. I realize that I'm holding a handful of papers in my hands. Documents, registers, extracts. When the vacation began, Tross immediately shared her plans with us. She wanted to return to Lunefell. Apparently the kingdom is repopulating the village with people. People unaware of the threat of the watchtower. I don't know what Alba wants to do with this, but I wasn't going to stop her. Together with Brandenburg, I returned to Sky Fortress in search of evidence of what HQ had done. The few units patrolling the area were easy for one lost plane to avoid. For some reason, the base was still abandoned. Only ghosts remained there. We didn't find much. Apparently, high-ranking officers had prepared for what was to come. Armed with bits of information, we wrote down by hand everything we found out. I have no idea if that's enough. Without proper evidence, people may consider it as mere slander. Ooh! We probably should have kept the Lost Plane research facility afloat then. Oh, will we have enough time to maybe try that one? But we made copies, thousands of copies. I glanced at the pages in my hand. For the past few days, we've been wandering the kingdom, dropping copies of the information from the sky over the larger cities of Alestia. Like rain, feeding the soil with drops of truth about this cruel world. Not looking back, not knowing how big a fire they start when they reach the ground. I promised her that the world would learn of their crimes, of the lies the king has fed to the people. But somewhere along the journey, her cause became mine as well. A deep desire for justice has taken possession of my heart and won't let me stop.
Iluna!
Iluna rummages through the bag where we keep the last batch of documents. Hidden somewhere deep beneath them is a chicken cooked especially for her. I look inside the luggage. We have a few documents left. Once we drop them, that's it. We've been on the run for some time. We've already reached the kingdom's border. But I don't really know if HQ is aware of who is behind this operation. They're so desperate to get the Veil fully operational again that they might as well have missed our disappearance. You're very pale. Let's get some rest today, shall we? Hannah speaks softly as she lays her hand on mine. Gently sliding the documents from my fingers, she puts them inside the bag. I look up at her. The horror is reflected in the depths of her gaze, just as it lurks in the corners of mine. But the last few days have given her a gentleness I never expected from her. We want the same thing. The awareness of how much we have already accomplished brought back her softer side. The awareness of justice carried by the flames. I straighten, standing up. I stretch slightly, my stiff muscles protesting. You're right. I admit I became obsessed. I dedicate every moment I can to making this dark truth that the kingdom hides public. My mind is constantly moving. It's constantly looking for new ways, new opportunities. It has to. I have to move forward. Otherwise, the dreadful memories will catch up with me. Even though the horrors of what I saw haunt me in my nightmares, running away with her has been like a sweet dream. It makes me not want to fall asleep every night. It makes me want to cherish every present day. Hey, yo! You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. I just want to look at her. Same. At her eyes shining with determination as we prepare more documents. At the smile she greets me with every morning. She's been lighter ever since we began. And even though sharing this burden is heavy, seeing this every day makes up for it. Seeing the girl I love happy, alive. What do you want to do after we're done? Hannah smiles wider. She pulls me by the hand along the coast bathed in the pink rays of the setting sun. She looks at the horizon, ignoring the waves that caress her legs. The waves she's been trying to get along with lately.
I think
I would love to try again.
I would love to see the world.
Beyond the veil? She nods, even though the memory of the Empire fills me with terror. I know the world cannot all be like this. I still have hope because of her. Let's stock up for a longer trip. And just go.
Huh?
Are you serious? Why not? What if there's nothing there? And what if there is? Wild joy sparkles in her eyes when she hears my words. She jumps, almost dancing in the waves of the ocean. Iluna is running under our feet, avoiding the water and the malicious crabs chasing the fleeing cat. Let's fly, and not stop until we see a patch of green. Let's be free. Your sins are mine. Complete the game with ending C. All right. We finally got a good one, boys. We got a decent ending. Okay, I don't think that's the best ending we could get. Hey, and we don't have the horror music playing over the credits. So okay, I think what we need to do real quick is we need to go back. We need to we need to do the whole thing where we have that whole conversation with Hannah in the Kine, and then instead of sinking the Lost Plane research facility, we have to keep it floating so that there's proof of all this shit that's happened. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I don't think I saved it though before I made that decision. Let's see. So we've gotten C, D, E, and H. Okay. Let me try again. Continue. Let's see. 1325. Oh wait, did I? Hold on. Let's see. Let's try this one. Let's see. Where are we at in this section? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it'll be enough. Blah 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 blah. Count them subconscious. Convert them to lives that were necessary to create them. There must be another way. There isn't. The light runs on death. Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'm going to say we'll find another way. I don't know if this is post the us getting the kiss, but I'll just hope that it is. We'll find another way. This place is proof. Proof that it even happened in the first place, Hannah. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Alba nod enthusiastically, but Hannah's face twists with fury. Her shoulders slump slightly, as if in resignation. As if she were mad at me, but not surprised. We are proof. What more do you need? Nobody knew what you were, Hannah. Not to mention how you were created, the lengths the kingdom went to in order to make you. Hell, if you had told me that without showing me this place, I don't know if I would believe you.
Damn it.
So you're an idiot.
Hannah!
I raise my hand, not wanting Tross to defend me. I don't mind Hannah's insult. I want her to understand. I know my decision is right. If we bury this place at the bottom of the ocean, no one will hear about the deaths of these children. Their parents won't get closure. They'll never know what happened. There must be documents here, evidence, records. We need them to prove it.
We don't know what else is in this base. We shouldn't destroy it. Not yet.
I agree. I can see Tross is grateful. There's a bit of relief in her eyes that she's afraid to verbalize when Brandenburg is so furious. Suddenly, Hannah heads in my direction. She grabs my arm. Her grip is tight. Oh boy. Her gaze is cold.
Damn it.
Promise me. I hesitate for a second, looking into her cold eyes, unsure what she expects from me. Promise me that the world will learn their sins of this place. Promise me you won't let it happen again. I swallow, aware of the weight of this promise. I raise my hand to my heart, striking my chest. I promise. I'll do anything to stop them from resuming the project. Anything to let the world know. Even if it costs me my life. The last words make Tross's eyes become the size of saucers as she watches us, but Brandenburg's grip loosens. Hesitantly, the girl steps away. She nods, accepting my promise. Accepting that I understand the weight of the decision I made. Reluctantly, the Lost Plane glances around the room one last time before turning on her heel and heading for the stairs. Alba discreetly smiles at me with gratitude. We follow her together. All right, and then we'll skip all of this. This feels like it's slightly not as good as last time, but we'll see. We will see. Because I mean, the other ending was like, yeah, it was happy, but those who were responsible weren't held accountable. This way, they should be held accountable, right? So let's hope that it is. There's little left. Okay, this is all the same again. Just want to make sure that nothing is nothing got screwed up from me making that choice. It shouldn't. But again, visual novel logic. You can never be sure. All right. Is it safe here?
Impossible!
Okay, skip all this. Okay. Oh. So it's essentially the same. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Strikes me twice. I don't know what Alba wants to do with this, but I wasn't going to stop her. Me and Brandenburg headed to another place. Wait, hold on. She wanted to return to Lunefell. Okay. We returned to the Lost Plane base, to this sad place cursed to an eternal journey toward the ocean. In the last moments of the facility's life, we rummaged through it looking for documents, searching for incriminating evidence that we could use. Data of the children whose parents deserve a crumb of truth. We took them all, and then watched the base drown in the depths of the ocean. And then we made copies. Thousands of copies. Wait. Is it all the same after this? Huh. Okay. So it's alright then. So I guess that's I guess that's the best ending that we can get for Hannah, I suppose. Okay, well then, I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and call it there. You know, we didn't end up getting the harem ending like obviously we wanted to, but hey, we got the good Hannah ending, and I think we'll go ahead and take that for what it's worth. All right, so yeah, I think you know, I think this is good enough. We'll take it. All right. Alba next time? Well, I'm feeling like this might be the last time we do Lost Planes. I mean, because I was feeling like I was wanting to you know, end it here, because if we try and do the Alba route, that's gonna require us to legitimately go through the whole game again. Like, yeah, we can skip around some things, like, you know, the missions, but like the majority of this game is the visual novel. So when we're seeing new scenes, it's going to take a while. So, and so I was thinking I would want to maybe try and you know, we would get an ending in Lost Planes, and then we'll move on from there. Potentially, maybe I'll keep it in my back pocket as like something like maybe we'll do it. Just if there's nothing else that I can really think of wanting to play at the moment, we'll pull out Lost Planes and maybe try and go for the Alba route. But I think for right now, I'm satisfied with this. Let's see here. At least there was one good ending. Exactly. Next time, let's see if Alba has better endings. It is funny that according to what I saw about there being 2 bad endings, were Hannah endings. Really? So the only bad endings were Hannah endings. Interesting. Very dramatic game. It did get pretty dramatic towards like the last third of it, that's for sure. But yeah, I think this is a good spot to kind of leave Lost Planes off for the time being. Look at her. She's so happy. And I think that's the most we could hope for. So yeah. All right, guys. That's gonna go ahead and do it for me for tonight. I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. Guess we can see who the writer likes. Mayhaps. But so yeah. So no stream tomorrow, but on Saturday we're gonna be continuing on with Nikke. So if you want to know when that'll be happening, go ahead and follow my socials or subscribe and you'll know when that'll be happening. Next week, I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to actually do a couple streams of Sky. Because yeah, in right now, having a game where it's all about sort of like connecting with people and like sort of, you know, finding community, I think that's kind of important right now after the election. So yeah, we'll be doing that at least for maybe like 1 or 2 weeks, and then we'll find another game that we can actually beat, since Sky is a live service game. But yeah, so that's the plan for right now. So with that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. Hopefully y'all have yourselves a good Friday tomorrow, a good end of your week going into the weekend, and with any luck, I will hopefully see y'all on Saturday. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.